Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Selena Beasley and I am a makeup coach. I teach women in online business how to do their makeup for the camera for a more magnetic, personal brand that attracts their audience to their message across all their media platforms. So today I am going to share with you my tips for makeup shopping made easy. This trips up a lot of women I know, particularly women in business, who are just too busy to be scrolling the websites or going through the aisles at the department store, Sephora, going, I don't even know what I need. And I literally had a client tell me that she walked into Sephora and she got so overwhelmed that she walked out. And I thought, you know what? I do this for a living. Like, I think about makeup for a job and I get overwhelmed. So there, with 18 decillion color options out there, is it any wonder why most women are confused? What colors do I need? What formulas? What finishes? What brands? It's just, it's a mind job. And so I am going to take you through my process. This is how I shop for myself and my clients. But first, before we do this, I have been starting my videos with what I call my camera ready cross check. And typically I like to do this before I turn on the camera as just my preparation for going live or recording a video. But it's been really helpful for my students for me to do this with them as part of the live. So I just want to kick off the top of this time that we have together. I'm going to walk you through my camera ready cross check. It's what I call the ABCs to a camera ready look. And so the A is camera angle. And this angle is bugging me. I have so much headroom up here and you are not getting a good. I want to take up about 2/3 of the screen. I want to leave about a third of the head space. Okay, that's so much better. Okay, so there's the A. The B is my blend. Okay, your camera image is not the same as your mirror image. So when I did my makeup in the mirror about an hour and a half ago, I knew that once I turned on my camera, I would need to adjust certain things in order to contend with lighting, lens distortion. The camera has a mind of its own, and we have to contend with that if we're an online business and we are showing up on camera as the face of our brand. So I'm gonna check my blend, I'm gonna check my blush blend. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna check my eyeshadow blend. And I think I'm doing pretty good for the most part. Okay, and C. I'm gonna check my contrast. Now I tried a new shade of lipstick today that I have designated camera lipsticks that I know provide enough contrast, that's the C, provide enough contrast that to create interest and a more dynamic look on screen. They might be a little bit extra for every day, but they're gonna put my camera image, they're gonna turn that up a notch. I like this in the mirror. It's like a mauve, like pink. I wanted to go with a pink today, but it is just not hot. The contrast is just not high enough for the camera. So I always keep my camera makeup capsule next to my desk for such a time as this. For when I go, you know what? I'm going to lunch with my husband after this. This is a great shade to go out to lunch. It's just not doing anything for me for the camera. So I'll take a pink with a higher contrast. And I can even just lightly, look at that. Look at the big difference out here. Now isn't that much more interesting? Now, this is going to not only create more interest, more intrigue around my mouth, which is where my message is coming from today. And I want you to pay attention to that. I always say to my clients, if you want them to pay attention to your message, you got to get them to look at you first. So this is definitely going to create a little bit more attraction. And again, not because I'm trying to win a beauty pageant, because if I was trying to win a beauty pageant, I would have entered a beauty pageant. No, I'm an online business. The whole point of doing your makeup for the camera is to attract your audience to your message, to direct the eye of the viewer to your best features, to attract them to your message. Okay, so I got a higher contrast lipstick I'm much happier with, but it's the small details that make a big difference. So the final thing that I will do, my ABCs, my camera angle, my blend, my contrast, and the final check would be shine. Now, I did my makeup just about an hour ago. I don't have a terrible shine problem here, but if I did, I would take my translucent powder and just swipe that over my, kind of the shiny areas. I don't want to reflect the light. I want to absorb the light. And that is going to, and plus I don't want to look sweaty. Shine and shimmer and kind of that dewy look on camera is, it's pretty for going out to lunch with the husband. Like, I want to glow, but it looks like we're sweating on camera. And I don't want that look. I don't want, even if I am nervous, I don't want to look like I'm nervous. So there you go. There is my 3-minute camera ready cross check. And without further ado, I'm going to dive into this teaching makeup shopping made easy. But this one's pretty packed. Okay, so if you're one that you want to just kind of absorb what I'm saying and then kind of go back and check those steps and kind of get those notes, I just posted a blog post on my website, decillion.co. On my blog, you can go to today's post, Makeup Shopping Made Easy, and everything I'm about to rapid fire to you now here in the next 10 minutes. You can go and you can pull all the resources. I've got a few helpful resources that you are going to want to get your hands on. One of them in particular is called the Ultimate Makeup Makeover. It's the High Performer's Guide to Camera Ready Makeup. And that is going to help you streamline your approach to choosing and applying your colors for the camera. It's going to make makeup shopping seamless and fun again. Remember when it was fun? It can be fun again. Okay, so let's rock and roll. So I had this client who said, I walked into Sephora. I was so overwhelmed I left. When I heard that, I decided to write into my coaching packet. One of my coaching packages, I offer basically personal shopping for makeup for when I have a client who's like, I don't even want to hassle with this. Like, can you just send me the colors that look good on me? Just send me. I'm like, I've got you. I have a color concierge service. And so I was shopping for a client this week, and it's fun. If you know what you're doing, it's fun. And I thought, I'm just going to share how I do this for those of you that want to shop for yourselves and you're just like, this is not fun. I don't like clothing shopping, just so you know. I do outsource that because, one, I don't like taking my clothes off in a strange place under fluorescent lights. I don't know many people that do. But I really do like makeup shopping. But you have to be strategic, and here's how. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to create a profile. Okay, your profile, you should know your skin type. Are you combination, normal to dry, oily? You want to know your skin type. You want to know your skin tone. Ivory, beige, bronze, bronze to ebony. Okay, and you want to know your skin undertone. Now, this is where I have created a simple 1-minute quiz for you to discover once and for all, determine what is your skin undertone. This tends to trip up a lot of people, and very simple. I ask you a few questions, namely primarily about how your skin responds to the sun. And this is a great sort of map to your skin undertone. And it's going to mean the difference between you wearing the right colors or your colors looking out of place. So again, you can go to my blog today, decillion.co, And you can find that quiz, 1 minute, and there, it's done. You know your undertone forever. You want to keep in mind your hair color, your eye color, what your preferred foundation finish is. Do you like a matte finish? Do you want a more dewy, glowy finish? Do you want a natural finish? I specialize in makeup for the camera, so I say matte, 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 matte for the camera. So if you are just like I don't like to wear full coverage foundation every day, well, then you put that in your camera makeup capsule and you pull that out on days when you're going to batch create for your social media or however you deliver your content. And finally, you need to know your budget, because this is going to determine where you shop and where you invest your money, because there are some pieces you don't really need to spend a lot of money on. And then there's some that it's like, nah, if you want the most bang for your buck, if you want the best results, that's where you want to put your investment. And I'm going to show you where that is. Second step, you want to audit your current collection. Okay. I have a hunch that you have a lot of what you need already in that drawer, that cabinet that is overflowing with makeup, that there's probably pieces in there that because it's mixed in with everything else, you don't even know it's there, and it is like the perfect color for you. So it is important. I do this quarterly. I audit my makeup collection. In fact, it's springtime, isn't it? I need to audit my makeup collection. I haven't done it yet this spring. You audit your makeup collection. The goal of the makeup audit is to keep what you love and to replace what you love before it expires. Makeup expires. Did you know that makeup expires? It's not as, the expiration date on your products is not as visible as, say, on your milk carton. But you wouldn't drink your milk past your expiration date just because you paid good money for it and, darn it, I'm going to finish it until it's gone. No, no. You throw that out and you replace it. So I'm going to share with you how the pieces that you turn over most often, your mascara, your lipsticks, your eyeliners, those things you do not need to spend a lot of money on because you're turning them over so fast. So your makeup collection, to keep what you love and replace what is past its prime. And in one of those resources I mentioned to you, the Ultimate Makeup Makeover, the High Performer's Guide to Camera Ready Makeup, that I have linked to that in my blog post for today, selinabeasley.co. Go to that post and you can get that audit and a little fun spring cleaning you can do over the weekend. All right, next, make a list. Do not go shopping without a list. Whew. Now this is going to be very helpful. Once you do that audit and you realize, actually, these pieces are still pretty good, I don't need to replace these, then right there, you're going to save yourself time, hassle, money. That Ultimate Makeup Makeover Guide also has a prioritized shopping list for you. Okay, when it comes to, I want to talk about quality for a moment. When it comes to, do I need to go expensive on this? Do I need to go high end on this? I want to kind of give you some tiers, priority tiers for how to invest in products that are going to serve you well. Generally, you want to prioritize the things and invest in the things that are going to stay truer longer. And you want to prioritize the products for what I call the canvas. And these are your facial products. So your skincare, your foundation, your concealers, your powders, things that you need these things to last. You need them to stay in place and last, a couple of months, but also last, they don't migrate throughout the day. They don't, they stay in place. They're long lasting wear. Foundations, concealers, powders, those things, that's where I would say, invest your money there. That would be a wise investment if you're going to go higher quality. But ultimately, the best products are the ones that give you the best results. So next, I would say if you were going to put your money, if you were going to allocate your money in a way that was, were you going to get the most bang for your buck? Your tools. So your brushes, your eyelash curler, the better the brush, the better your results. Again, you don't need to break the bank, but you also want to go with, something that has integrity. And then finally, your eyeshadow. Again, there's nothing worse than when the eyeshadow collects in this part of the eye, and then you're kind of doing this, and then you're just wiping it off. And then by the middle of the morning, it's like, I just didn't even realize, I don't even look like I put on eyeshadow. Eyeshadows, I recommend if you want them to stay in place all day and you want them, color rich. If you are going to shop drugstore for your eyeshadows, matte is a much safer bet than shimmer, or, kind of shine. But if you kind of had to prioritize how you were going to, pencils, mascaras, lipsticks, that stuff is disposable. Like, just, you go through it so fast. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on that. You shouldn't spend a lot of money on that. I mean, unless you want to splurge. Go for it, sister. Splurge. Okay, next. It's my favorite. Finalize your color palette. I teach what's called the 5 must-have colors. Again, if you go to my blog at selinabeasley.co/blog, you can find where I teach on the 5 must-have colors, how to know what those colors are for you. Again, we're trying to narrow down those 18 decillion color choices to 5. That's what we need. 5 colors to pull together a complete look. And if you go to my blog today, I have posted 3 of my favorites, one for brown eyes, one for blue eyes, and one for green eyes. Because remember, I told you, you want to work with your natural coloring. You want to work with the color of your eyes, the color of your hair. So you can go to my blog and check out my favorite color combinations for eye color. All right, next step. And we're breezing through these. Consult the experts. Okay. Read the reviews. I posted a couple of websites like birdie.com. Allure puts out a lot of tested, vetted beauty editorials. So if that's something that you enjoy researching, or if you need to know that this is what works because this is what's been tested and you don't have time to test everything in the store, read the reviews. I have what I call 2 or 3, remote mentors, people that are celebrity makeup artists, brand ambassadors, influencers, that I'm like, okay, I can get behind their approach. Like, I do not scroll YouTube, and I don't know who has time for it. I don't scroll YouTube just looking at every makeup tutorial please, that's another live for another day. But I've picked my 2 or 3 that I'm like, you know what? I have had great results when I have followed their lead. And so you pick 2 or 3, people that you're like, okay, I like, she's not over the top, or ooh, she does things that are really bold and daring, and I love that. So you get to pick, sort of your, you get to curate your influences, not just, in life, by the way. That's a good life tip. But when it comes to your style as well. And finally, you can enlist the help of, they do this mostly in department stores where they offer like retail personal shopping. The only downside to that is that typically you have to, there's like a minimum purchase, or, you're kind of obligated at that point if you opt for the retailer shopping services. But it is an option, if you walk in and just say, I just need someone to do this for me. Okay, next. See, isn't this getting more fun? Next, curate a Pinterest board. I'm looking at my blog post right now, and I said, curate a Pinterest board and invite me to join because I love this. Remember when Pinterest was fun? Well, now it's going to be fun on purpose. Okay. Because before you even step foot into the store or fill a cart or check out, on Amazon, you're going to create a board. And this is going to have, based on what you know that you need, because you've audited your collection and you have cross-checked it with your shopping list. And now okay, what colors do I need? What colors are going to serve me well? Because you're going to go and you're going to look you're gonna go through that training about the 5 must-have colors. And then you're gonna pour a glass of wine and you're gonna pin to your heart's content. And that way you have, and then you can, I'm so nerdy in this way. Like my organizational nerd starts to come out in this. You can create sections within the board for eyes, lips, face. It's just, Pinterest is just, it ministers to me. I'm just gonna, okay. So you can follow me on Pinterest, and again, create a board and invite me to it, because I'd love to see what you pick out. And finally, number 7, check the return policy. Most pieces, most stores will take back your, you bring it home, maybe in the light in the store, this looked like the perfect color for you, but then you take it home and it's like, oh, dude, this doesn't work at all. Like this is not me at all. Chances are you should be able to bring it back, no problem. Stores want you to be happy with what you've purchased. So, but just make sure that you double check. And they're not going to take stuff that's half used, but, and another suggestion too, if you have the option, if you're trying something new, reach for like the mini or the trial size. If there are, like one of the options I gave to my client this week, there's like it's called a bite size of this lipstick. So we don't quite know if the color's going to work yet. Not until she gets it on and she kind of, does a few videos and goes, yeah, this is working for me. And so I want her to, even if she decides to keep it for a couple of weeks and then, it's not worth it for me to invest in the full size. Hey, no harm, no foul. Like you didn't spend gobs of money on the full size product. You just got the trial. So check the return policy, get the trial whenever possible. So like I said, I gave you the mother load today. I realize that, but I want you not only to enjoy this again, I want you to, with a little bit of intention and a little bit of preparation, makeup shopping is something that it can serve you again and again and again. When you find a color and a finish and a formula that you love and that works for you, it just becomes just easy. Every time you need to go back to reference your Pinterest board and reorder, it just becomes and this is a medium that it's quick, you can get behind it, and it will catapult your online presence where you turn on that camera and girl, you're a force. I want you to look and feel like the force, like the expert force in your field that you already are. We just want to look like it. We just want to look the part. Okay? So go to selinabeasley.co, and everything that I shared today is there, along with the skin undertone quiz, that 1-minute quiz that you can take to determine once and for all what your skin undertone is and why that's so important. And download the ultimate makeup makeover so you can get your hands on my ultimate shopping list and the makeup audit, because that's going to help you tremendously.